So so much destruction is happening. Habakkuk is asking the Lord, was he displeased at the rivers? Because he's going to be bringing destruction on basically like everything. It says, was thine anger against the rivers? Was the wrath against the seas? And did thou ride upon thine horses and thy chariots of salvation? It says the bow was made quite naked, right? Meaning what? This represents the readiness, basically, of the Lord to smite the enemies, man. According to the oath of the tribes, even thy word, meaning the promise he had made to the forefathers, Salah, didst thou cleave to the earth with rivers. It says the mountains saw thee and they trembled. The mountains meaning what? The rulers in the government. The kings of the government in the state. They tremble. Overflowing of waters pass by. And it says, I read it again, the mountains saw thee, which was say that the government and the kings of the states, and they trembled with grief, and they shaking from the earthquakes, man, from the thermonuclear missiles. It shook them up. It's going to shake y'all up, man. The overflowing of water passed by. The deep, it says the deep uttered its voice. The deep uttered his voice and lifted up his hands on high. So it's going to be, the destruction going to be visible to all, man, in that day. Everybody going to see the destruction of the Lord, man. The sun and the moon stood still in their habitations at the light of their arrows. They went and at the shining of thy glittering spear. And that glittering spear is the nuclear missiles, man, that's going to come. So basically what the Lord going to do, hey, like he can do, he going to freeze time like he did in, he gonna freeze time on y'all like he did in Joshua, right here in Joshua 10, the 10th chapter. He gonna freeze time on y'all, man. Joshua the 10th chapter, 12th verse. Then spake Joshua to the Lord Yahweh in the day when the Lord Yahweh delivered up the Amorites before the children of Israel. The Amorites are Ham's children. Before the children of Israel, and he said in the sight of Israel, sun, stand thy still upon Gibeon, and thy moon in the valley of Ajalon. So he told the sun to stand still, man. So the Lord can freeze time on you, man. That's why when these thermonuclear missiles hit, like you saw in the movie Sarah O'Connor, when she was being hit with that flame, and she was holding that fence. Hey, when that flame hit you, don't think, man, the Lord can't freeze time and you'll feel like you're burning for 1,000 years. That's the power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man. The power of our true one God, man. He can freeze time, man, while that fire is burning you. Which to the sight of many, it'll be happening in a millisecond. The fire gonna hit and you will disintegrate to ash. But before that millisecond go, it'll feel like he'll freeze time on you and it'll feel like you're burning for a long time, man. That's something to be afraid of, man. That's enough to make you get into this truth, man. Start reading these scriptures, man. And obeying the law, statutes, and commandments, man. Because it's gonna be all hell in that day, man. Things are going to be happening, man. Things that we ain't never saw before. Like they spoke of Daniel, the 12th chapter, man. You know? Let's get Zephaniah. Zechariah. Zechariah 14 and 12. It says, and this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord Yahweh will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. All you nations, man, from Esau on down. From Esau to you Ishmaelites, to you Moabites, to you Ammonites. Y'all got y'all pay coming too, man. Because the scriptures talk about the things that you've done to us, man. Read in Jeremiah, I think the 49th chapter, or 48th chapter, right in there. Y'all done plenty, man. It says, their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth. So, hey, these thermonuclear missiles gonna pulverate you, man. It's gonna take the water right out of your eyes, man. You're gonna melt, man. Fervent heat is spoken of in 2 Peter's, man, 3rd chapter, man. It says, and it shall come to pass in that day that the great tumult from the Lord shall be among them, and they shall lay hold every one on his hand of his neighbor, and his hand shall rise up against him and his neighbor. So in that particular time, it's going to be race riots, man. Hey, Esau going to be going against Esau. Esau going to be going against Jacob. Yahushua going to be going against the 2/3. Everything is going to be going down, man. All this is prior to this destruction of these thermonuclear missiles, man. It says it right here in 2nd Ezra 15 and 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. So destruction is coming to the world, man. It says, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. One people shall stand up to fight against another with swords in their hand. So neighbors are going to be going against neighbors. They're not going to care, man. Because the lack of food and that tribulation that's coming in that day, man, it's going to be harsh, man. So these people are going to be, hey, man, it ain't going to be no love out here in the streets, man. It says, for there shall be a sedition among men and an invading of one another. It's going to be civil unrest out here in the streets. They shall not regard the kings nor the princes, nor the course of their actions shall stand in their power. So it's going to be total anarchy out here. They're not going to care what the police ain't going. It's going to be a lawless society in that day. Ain't going to be no order in the streets in that day, man. You're going to have police officers going to be shooting people, man, trying to protect their own families. It's going to be all out hell in the streets of America in that day, man. A man shall desire to go in the city and shall not be able, because the city is going to be blocked off, man. The Army Corps of Engineers is going to basically come in and they're going to block the city off, man. It's going to be like a trap, man. You're not going to be able to get in here or you're not going to be able to leave, man. And it says, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled and their houses shall be destroyed. And men shall be afraid. I'm going to tell you the 21st chapter. Men's heart going to be failing for fear, man. They're going to be failing for fear, man, when this tribulation comes, man. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods. So they're going to be taking what you got. Believe me, man, these people know who got that money in the neighborhood. They going to figure out such and such got money. We're going to go over here, man. We hungry. Let's go take this shit. We'll just kill him. The rape is a wife and daughter. And that's going to happen. It says, man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and great tribulation. Part of that spoiling the goods is your pretty little girls and your wives going to be getting ravished and raped, man. That's part of that spoiling of your goods, man. This is Isaiah 13 and I'll start at 13. Therefore I will shake the heavens and the earth shall remove out of her place in the wrath of Yahweh of hosts in that day of his fierce anger. That day of the thermonuclear destruction. That's the day of the Lord's fierce anger. And he says, the day of his fierce anger. Let me back that up with this scripture right here. His fierce anger. It speaks of it. The brother Haggai spoke of it. Haggai 2 and 6. For thus said the Lord of hosts, yet once in a little while I will shake the heavens and the earth, and the sea and the dry land. I'll shake it with thermonuclear destruction, man. It says back in Isaiah 13 and 14, and it shall be as a chased roe, and as a sheep that no man taketh up, they shall every man turn to his own people and flee everyone to his own land. So, hey, shit start getting bad. All you Arabs that's over here, Ishmaelites, you Elamites, all y'all Moab, a lot of them gonna run back to their own country. Because they're going to see the situation in America is getting grim and dim. And a lot of it's already leaving, man. They didn't make enough money or selling that damn dog and cat and selling that bullshit. So they're going to get out of here, man. Madness, man. Verse 15, everyone that is found shall be thrust through, and everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword. So if you join the Esau, you're going to fall by the sword, man. It says, their children also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes. Their houses shall be spoiled, and their wives ravished, man. So it says your wives are going to be ravished, man. When you go into that word ravished, it goes into being seized and taken, and being raped, man. That's the situation that's coming to America, man. It's gonna be a damn grim situation, man. You know, and we're gonna actually dash them little ones into pieces, because that's what they done to us. The scripture say in Revelation 18, pay them back double, man. So that's what's going to happen, man. Now let me go back and read some more of this 2nd Ezra 16 on this beautiful nuclear destruction, man. Let's see here. 2nd Ezra 16 and 12. The earth quaketh, and the foundations thereof, the sea rises up with waves from the deep, and the waves of it are troubled, and the fishes thereof also before the Lord Yahweh Shai, and before the glory of his power. So when them thermonuclear missiles hit, man, when they hit the water, it's gonna make tsunamis. It's gonna destroy aquatic life and everything, man. It says, for strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow, his arrows which he shooteth are sharp, and they shall not miss. So these thermonuclear missiles are not going to miss their targets when they're being shot on America, man. They're not going to miss. Ain't gonna be no duds like how the Iraqis shoot their missiles and they be like, oh, it's a dud. Ain't gonna be no duds, man. But the spirit of the Lord gonna be in them missiles, man. And them missiles gonna hit their targets. And it says, for strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow, his arrows that he shooteth are sharp and shall not miss when they begin to be shot unto the ends of the world. And the end of the world is here in America. Shot from where? Russia, China, North Korea, Pakistan, India, you know, Iran, Iraq. They're gonna be shot from the Middle East to over here, man. It says, behold, the plagues are sent and shall not return again until they come upon the earth. The fire is kindled and shall not be put out until it consume the foundations of the earth, man. So the whole America gonna be on fire, man. You know, and that's the destruction of the 2/3, man. Y'all gonna get caught up in it. The majority of the 2/3, man, because 2/3 are basically all over the world. The Lord gonna be having, He's gonna take some of y'all out with race riots, with hunger and famine. And the majority of y'all 2/3 that are here in America, man. The majority of y'all 2/3 are here in America, and you will be destroyed by thermonuclear destruction. Thus said the Lord of the Bible. And it says, a fire is kindled and shall not be put out till they have consumed the foundations of the earth. Like as an arrow which is shot as a mighty archer returneth not backwards, even the plagues that shall be sent upon the earth shall not return. Woe is me, who would deliver me in those days? It says, these beginning of sorrows and griefs and mourning, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the powers shall stand in fear. So the powers that shall stand in fear are the elites, man. They're going to stand in fear, man, in that day, man. It says, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? The only thing you can do, man, is stay in these scriptures, man. Keep praying to Yahweh Shai and stay in these scriptures, man. You know, like read one more what Daniel said. What in the book of Daniel, the 12th chapter. Daniel 12 and 1. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people. There shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. Because they're going to be a time of Jacob's trouble, man. Everything going to be going on martial law, all-out famine, race wars, then the thermonuclear destruction. Hey, when Michael come back with Yahweh Shai, then he going to stand for the children of their people. They're going to destroy the armies in Armageddon, man. The mountain of troops. The last war, World War III, man. That's when you're going to see our big brother appear, and they're going to bring that destruction, man. And at that time, thy people shall be delivered, who the elect shall be delivered, everyone that shall be found written in the book. And many of them shall sleep in the dust of the earth and shall awake to some everlasting life, right? And some to everlasting shame and contempt. So some gonna wait to that everlasting life, man. The ones, the elect who are in it, and the 2/3, you're gonna wait to that shame and contempt. Knowing that, hey, you saw the prophets on the highways and byways. You probably scoffed at the prophets, man. You didn't follow the law, statutes, and commandments. You had no faith, man. Which faith is a law when you read in the 3rd chapter of Romans, man. The 27th verse, man. So that destruction is coming. That thermonuclear destruction is coming to America, man. You know, and with that, man, hey, I just hope this short lesson was edifying, man. All praises, honor, and glory be to the Heavenly Father and His Son, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakaha Kodash, and double honors to the apostles, the elders of GMS who rule well, and peace and blessings to the hopeful elect, man. This GMS Arkansas, man, I hope this short lesson, you know, was edifying, man. You know, just trying to, you know, do the work the best we can, man. It's all, you know, it's all the work of Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, man. And we're going to do it till the wheels fall off. We're going to pray that He keep this spirit on us, man. Keep us enduring to the end of this thing, man. Because a great destruction is coming, man. And you don't want to be caught up in it, man. And with that, shalom.